Okay, well, we got to do instance and spacing. So you know what I want to do is control the number of holes I have. So what I'll do is create yet another parameter. This will be another length parameter, and I'm going to call it something besides the length because it's going to confuse me what's length and what's length. If I keep them the same name, just have a 1 and a 2 at the end. So, oh, I'm going to do this for later. ED, I think all caps will stand for edge distance. And I want a new type, which is real. I was hoping it would show up so I could pick on it. There it is down here in the bottom. So hard to find. I'm going to click real. Double click on it. And the real number I'm going to use, hit new parameter. And I'm going to say real number holes. And I'll put 10 in here for now. Say OK. Now you see the quotes? It doesn't like the spaces. So I'm going to recommend you go into the parameters, click on that, use a period or an underscore or something so it won't stop reading this if you start putting them in formulas. Alright, so we haven't fixed anything yet. Now what we got to do is take the pattern. I have a number of instances, but what I want to do is set a formula for those number of instances to that real number. Select OK. Select preview. Now I've got 10 holes. Double click on this. I got 5 holes. Double click on this. I'll change it to 15. I got 15 holes. So I've got it set to where I can control the length and I can control the number of holes. What I don't have is control of where it starts and ends, or maintaining a 1-inch edge distance on both ends. So back to the rectangular formula. You were given the formula earlier. Hopefully you wrote that down. The formula is the spacing. I need to create a formula with this length minus 2 times the edge distance, which is 1, close parentheses, divided by number of holes minus 1, close parentheses. That's why it's important to know the formula. Okay, so I forgot to open parentheses in front of the length. So what I want to do is get the sum of the length for the first hole all the way to the last hole, which is the length minus my 2 edge distances. That gives me the sum. So when I key in the number of holes, I really need spacing. So you got to take however many holes you have and subtract 1 to get your equal spacing, because that's what we're really trying to solve for. When I hit OK to that, again, it gives me the error message. Do you know what the error message is before I can go in there and fix it? I'll let you think. Do you recall what is important and why you would get this syntax warning? I know some of you are going to get the syntax warning because you're not paying attention to the part where you've got to add in for inches. So it's 1 in is what we're multiplying in lowercase. Select OK. I don't get the error message, and look, it's calculating my spacing of 2 inches for me, which would make sense. I've got a 30-inch length part. The distance from the first to last hole would indeed be 28 inches. So 2 times your 15 gets you to the 28. Sorry, 2 times the 15 gets you to your 30. So you have your 30 equal spaces. Sorry, you get your 14 equal spaces. Okay, and I hit preview. You can see the holes coming in. So everything's all equally spaced. Select OK. Change this length to 15. The hole spacing is automatically readjusted to maintain 1 inch distance on either end. Change this to something crazy, 44 plus 7/8 and hit tab. That's 44,875. Hit OK. That part is 44 inches, 44 7/8 inch long. It has 15 holes in it, equally spaced, and the holes on the edges are 1 inch. So this is the formula you want to use to create holes to keep them equally spaced.